All right. I am going to make a quick info video on how to set up Google Classroom for the very first time. I know I was able to show a few of you at the staff meeting, but I think there are a lot of people that maybe wanted to and went to another session instead. So here we go. The first step that you will need to do is open up your browser. I recommend using Chrome if you can, just because it seems like it's happier with everything Google related, but you can use Safari or Firefox if you want to. But I've got Chrome open and I am going to go to classroom.google.com. And when you get there, it will prompt you to sign in to your Google account. And I've done this before, so it's remembering me, but you will use your apps.district833.org username and type in your password, and then you will sign in. And I'm going to flip over to this video really quickly because when you do this for the first time, it looks a little bit different than what you'll see in just a second when I log in. So the very first time, once you log in, you will see a screen that looks like this. Welcome to Classroom, and you're going to want to go ahead and create your very first class. We'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see the little plus sign that it will show up there. So I'll just play this. There they click. They're going to create a class. And right now they're actually giving their class a name. This video goes really fast, so I keep pausing it. But for me, so far, all I've created is a little writing group. So I think I just named it Ms. Polta's writing class, and section 1. I don't really have multiple sections, but then you go ahead and click create. Alright, so I'm going to pause this cheesy little video and go back to what I see. Like I said, I've already set up my classroom, so I saw that screen the first time, but now when I go back and log in to Google Classroom, this is what I see. And right now, I haven't been too ambitious. I've only got one classroom set up with a whopping total of 3 students, but there it is. And I am actually going to add to it just for fun so that you can see it one more time from the starting process. So I'm going to click the plus symbol right up here to make a new classroom, create a class, and we'll call this one Miss Polta's Awesome Math Class. Get it? Some, like some adding. Oh my gosh, I'm so funny. Okay, so here we go. We are going to create my awesome math class. We'll let it load for just a second. Here we go. So welcome to my awesome math class. Right now I'm looking at what is basically the home page. It's a stream of different things that you post, so you might give an announcement to your class. For those of you that are Facebook savvy, it's a lot like posting a status or an update. So that might look like a reminder for a due date or a field trip or something that's coming up that your students would have to remember. And I'm just going to say, welcome to my online classroom. Just as something fun to post. So when my students get logged in, they can see that little message. Alright, and now that I'm in, I'm going to add my students. So I'm going to click right up here on the Students tab. And there's a couple different options. The first way I'm going to show you is by actually inputting all of the students that you want in your class. So I am going to invite. I'm going to click right here and personally invite each of my kiddos. And again, because we're logged into the 833 Google, it will recognize the names of different students. So if I search for Ali Henry, for example, I should be able to find him. Oh goodness, there's a lot of Henrys. Let's try Ali. That's a little more unique. Hey, there he is, A. Henry at Apps. So I'm going to select him. Who else should I add? Maybe I'll add Gretchen Ginter. She's not a student, but you could invite teachers too if you choose to do so, if you want them to maybe collaborate and see what you're doing. So there's Gretchen. She's now in my classroom. And I'm also going to invite Leah Wadina because I keep picking on her in my example videos. So there she is. I have noticed, and I don't know why it does this, but when you search for a student, you see two different versions of their email address, and I think either one will work when you click on it. But I have been going with the actual El Wadina versus this number just to be on the safe side because I know that that's how she logs in. So there I've got three people. You can see them down here, Ali, Gretchen, and Leah. And then I'm going to go ahead and invite those students. And because this is an example, I'm not actually going to invite these people, otherwise they'll actually see that when they get logged in. So I'm just going to cancel. All right, so the other way that we can go about doing this is by having your class enter a code. All right, so here is my class code. And I think if I'm on the home page, you can't see that. You have to click into students and that class code shows up right there. You have a couple options too. You can disable the code. You can reset the code. So if students from year to year are joining your class, I guess you could create a new code. But then on the student side, they will actually have to go in and input that code. So I think if I back up to that video that we were looking at before, I can show you in my next clip what it would look like for the students if they want to do the code. So I will stop here. This is a good starting point, just getting the classroom made and inviting the students. So I will let you go ahead and try that. And then in my next video clip, I'll do a few more. I'll get into how to add assignments to your classroom, and then I'll do some clips on how students would actually get signed into the classroom. So there is the very basics for you. Good luck. See me if you have any questions.